All right. Whew. That's never fun to see right there. That is not fun to see. We had this area marked out and everything, and it comes back in the middle of the night. So around 2 o'clock in the morning, if I left that limit order sitting right there, price would have came right back, filled that order, and we would have gotten a profit target overnight. Hey, what's up, investors? We would have gotten a profit target overnight. So the market misses this area. We see the move. We see the bear trap right here. See the bears got trapped right underneath that imbalance right there. So we see the higher high in price. We see the pullback underneath that low right there. And this is a bear trap right here. This is where the bears get trapped. You can tell that they get trapped here because that wick. As soon as they start to get aggressive underneath that imbalance, market just whoop, shoots right back up. Basically got a double top. We're seeing price kind of reject here, but I doubt the bears. I doubt the bears have it in them to do anything here. If anything, this will just be a pullback. I highly doubt it. Hmm, hmm. But I do expect for us. I do expect to see a pullback here though, like 960. We could potentially see the market move down, but I doubt that the market comes all the way to 860. If I were to take a short, if anybody were to take a short right here, if anyone were to take a short in this area at that short term EMA on the 15-minute, this would have to be a scalp. And that's if the bears even hold it here. I mean, they could potentially get a slight rejection back down, but uh, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a candle like that. I really wouldn't be surprised. At this point, it's pretty obvious that the market is basically a tool for the rich. And I'm not saying this in a negative way, but it's definitely a tool for a transfer of wealth. It's a tool used to transfer wealth from one party to the next because this market is just going up, going up, going up, going up. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that. So we've seen a big move overnight, a massive expansion higher. It leaves a gap open. We see a massive move higher. We're seeing the market consolidate. This is pretty textbook for over the weekend. We get news. We get our slow grinders to the upside. I don't think the market made it to 30K last night. I think we got close. Yeah, it got front ran at 995 as per usual of these types of moves. It gets front ran. A lot of people get stopped out of this move. They buy it right back up at that 15-minute inefficiency, and they try to double top. But I mean, it's hard not to notice this lower high right here. But that would suggest that the bears are about to take over, which I highly doubt. But like I said, I do think that we could see a rejection here, but a slight rejection. I do expect that. We'll see what we get here. We'll see what we get. I'm just gonna trade the so today I'm just trading the TPT 150K account tonight or today. This is the account I'm gonna trade this morning. I don't think we'll get any real movement. We can look at the volume. So this is the volume that we're dealing with today. I mean, it's no surprise we're seeing the most volume in the micro NQ. That's where we're seeing the most volume. Which honestly, this is not necessarily bad for the NQ. We have almost 400K of contracts being traded this morning. That's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, that's what I expect to see. So, I mean, with the way that the market is moving, I would highly recommend trading an account, trading an eval. I wouldn't hop into a funded account. If you missed a move overnight, it's really not worth it. Not only is it not worth it to trade your funded accounts or the accounts that matter this morning, if you were to make a mistake, you only have until about 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's 12 o'clock where trading is going to be halted, especially if you're trading firms. You have to close out your position. Okay. Want to look at gold. Is gold doing the same thing? So if we look at gold, if we look at Nasdaq, both instruments are doing the same thing. This is when gold and the Nasdaq, you would expect them to be besties, because look at the price action is literally the same price action on both the Nasdaq and gold. It's literally the same. You have your massive move, you have your gap open overnight. You have your gap open. You have your massive move. You have your bear trap underneath the low. You have your lower high. And we're seeing price make an attempt. I don't believe it, but try to make an attempt as if it's about to go down, but I don't believe it. Yeah, it did range all night, Alfred. And as I said earlier in the stream, if I left that limit order from last night on the chart, I would have got, only would have been a couple points in drawdown. I think about 10 points in drawdown, I believe, because my entry was at 98. It goes all the way down to 88. Yeah, so I would have only been 10 points in drawdown and would have gotten a profit target here. Stuff like that is always kind of hard to kind of see, because I was back testing as I do every weekend, I back test to become more comfortable with certain types of trades. And the one thing that I consistently see time and time again, it's just very challenging to take these types of trades in real time, is if you have a level marked out on the chart like this, a 15-minute imbalance that is nested inside a 1-hour imbalance. When the market kind of does something like this where it pulls back, but it doesn't pull back all the way into your point of interest, the area where you want to transact at, and it makes a massive move higher, that trade, that pullback into that area, is usually very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable because this is the move that you were looking for And once all the participants are taking their profits, price is rapidly pulling back to the area, and you have to make a decision. Do you leave your limit order there? Is this area still valid? Especially with the market trending the way it did, especially where you have other imbalances, you have better trading opportunities that you can take, especially this one. I'll keep my eyes on this area for sure, because you have an imbalanced stacked on top of an order block. So I definitely expect the market to pull into this area somewhere, and we can see a reaction from this area. I definitely expect that. It's highly likely we'll see this. So it's hard. It's very uncomfortable to take this trade. But time and time again, I see it happen over and over and over and over and over again. But when you become comfortable, it works until you become comfortable. And then when you take it, then it's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have taken it, right? So and Alfred, you said you didn't take a trade. Anybody didn't take a trade today, right? I'm glad I removed I one of my Tradify accounts actually renewed last night, and I'm just gonna have that account dedicated for overnight limit trades. And I had a couple of limits on the chart, and I had a limit at 50 or like at 40, like 37. I had a limit sitting at like 52, I believe, for the pullback to the EMA. And right before I went to bed, I was like, you know what? I don't even feel comfortable leaving this overnight. Man, it would have stopped me out of all my positions and then ran me and retest this high. So I'm glad I pulled those orders. I'm definitely moving towards the mindset of having dedicated accounts that perform specific actions, kind of like servers where they perform a specific task. And so I don't feel like I'm missing out. Either I'm going to make or lose money in these situations, but at least I'm trying. At least I'm putting some skin in the game by trading at these areas. So I wonder, will the market complete its objective of getting to 30K with this move? The market missed that 30K mark by 5 points. I wonder if the market is now going to take out those highs at 30K. Are you going to stick to it, Alfred? Are you going to stick to it? We all know how dangerous payout fever is. We all know how dangerous payout fever is. Yeah, so if we don't take out 50 or not 50K, if we don't take out 30K during this trading session, best believe do not short 30K. Do not short 30K at all. You ready to go? Give me 1 second, guys. I have to show some affection to somebody. Yeah, anyway, so we have these equal highs here. We all know when we have equal highs and we have equal lows, we understand that there is engineered liquidity up here. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the bears have made an attempt to short this area about 7 times. So right here, we have 7 layers of stops. Actually, all right, so we got 7 layers of buy stops above these equal highs, at least roughly 7 layers of buy stops underneath the above these highs. So when the market finally is ready to break out, this is going to be massive right here. We'll definitely see a pullback, and if we see the market hold, obviously we don't ever want to chase this move on the Nasdaq. You can, I understand why, as Nasdaq traders, we chase this move, but this is the money move. This is the move that's going to make you your money, and is going to take out that high. That's the money move right there. So I would wait for that. But let's see if we see the breakout during this session. Honestly, I kind of feel, I mean, if the market actually takes out 30K, if it actually takes out 30K, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't feel right. Honestly, it wouldn't for it to take out 30K during this session. I feel like this will be something that they'll open the market up with. It's more likely we'll probably see another gap open, because they'll run the market overnight, and then we'll see the market trade higher. But if they take out 30K, this actually place a line at 30K, so we know exactly where it's at. So this is 30K right here. All right, let's see if the market takes it out. So let's see if the market takes it out right there. We'll see. Yeah, you think so too? Yeah, I think so too. I think that it does. Yeah, I also agree with that as well. I also agree with that as well. I agree with that as well. I've come to understand, when it comes to the Nasdaq, what moves it, what moves the Nasdaq is obviously because the book is light. And when the market comes back and taps these inefficiencies or so, when the market is trending, I've found through back testing that the secret is to not chase it, but to trade at areas of inefficiencies. It's so simple. It's such a simple concept. Last night was a great example of that. The only pullback was a pullback back into an imbalance area. That was literally the only pullback that you got. That happened last week. It was trending higher. It pulled back into an inefficiency and then it continued higher. It pulls back into an inefficiency and then it trades higher. That's the only opportunity that, or one of the only opportunities that the Nasdaq gives you. Pulls back into an inefficiency and it trades higher, and it's so fast. It happens so fast that if you're not paying attention to it, it happens and then it just says, well, you didn't get on the train. Tough shit. Tough shit. You have an inefficiency right here, but this one gets traded through. Another one right here. The market moves up. It pulls back into a 1 hour imbalance right here. And this is an order block as well. Or, I guess technically this wouldn't be an order block, but it could be interpreted as an order block because you have your range candle and then you have your expansion. But this is a 1 hour efficiency, and this is where the market pulls back and then it continues higher. Yeah, so all right, looks like the market is going to try for it. Looks like the market is going to try. It looks like the market is going to break out. Like, I really do feel like the market is I feel like it shouldn't do it. Honestly, I feel like it should just wait. Well, I guess what we should do here is I guess make a plan. Oh wow. That's interesting. Oh yeah, the candle hasn't closed yet. I was about to say there goes an inefficiency right there. So this could potentially be an area where, okay, looks like the market is gonna go for it. Wow, okay. Looks like the market is gonna go for it. I mean, I'm not the only person that feels this way, right? I really feels like if the market touches 30K during this session, it's equivalent to being able to be with your favorite celebrity or your crush. You take your crush home. You finally get to spend time with your crush, and that crush is just disappointing. It's a disappointing feeling. It's kind of like don't meet your heroes kind of feeling. It'll be disappointing, honestly. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'll wait. I'll If it pulls back here, I'll trade the continuation. I'm gonna mark out this potential area, this potential imbalance right here. Mark it out right there. Okay. So right now this candle hasn't closed yet, and that's why it hasn't popped up. But right now the low of this candle is at 970. Hold on, guys. My God. All right, so you got your 15-minute imbalance right here. All All right, so the high of that candle is 955.25, and the low of this candle right here is 970. Okay. So if this candle closes, which I believe it should, this will be your 15-minute imbalance. I'm going to wait for the market to pull back into this area for a potential continuation here. And if you look at Bookmap, I'm looking at Bookmap right now, and you see all this liquidity just resting right here at 30K. You have all this liquidity right here. You have about 300 orders sitting at 30K, and then you have this wall right before at 995, 30K. There's a whole lot of volume here. So the market, when it runs this liquidity, we're definitely going to see a squeeze higher. Because I'm seeing some low volume. Well, I mean, obviously this will be all-time highs, but there's no volume at these highs right here. There's literally no volume on the books. No volume whatsoever. So there's nothing stopping this market for zombieing up higher, just like Investors Z said. So guess we'll see. And this trend indicator is we're definitely ranging, because obviously the trend indicator is showing the range. The market's just been kind of ping-ponging back and forth between these indicators, and we finally got the breakout. So hopefully we can kind of get a pullback here. We'll see. Hey, yo, what's up, Santiago? Yeah, they definitely are. I don't think they're going to be successful, but they definitely are. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I'm gonna trade my TPT 150K account because this is exactly its purpose. Trading the Asia session, trading half days. This is the whole point of this account. It's the whole reason why I got this account. But I'm not trading any funded accounts. I'm not flipping any contracts today. I'm not trading any account that's close to goal that matters. I'm not trading any of that today, and I wouldn't recommend you do that. You don't have, we only have a half day today. That means that not only is the volume low, interesting. Not only is the volume low, but you don't have enough time to fix any mistakes. So apparently I drew this thing wrong. Apparently I drew this wrong. I made a mistake here. Okay. All right. The high of that candle was 47.25. So I'm glad I had this indicator this on. 47.25. The high of that candle was 47.25. The low of that candle is 970. Okay. All right. So there is our 50%. Right around 958. I'm just gonna place a limit at 9675. If we get down here, I don't think so, but we'll if we get down here. Okay, let's see. So this is where I want to participate at if we see a move down. The market is ranging, consolidating in this range. The market is consolidating in this range. We're just seeing the market kind of rotate back and forth between that low and that high. And now we're starting to see the market somewhat reject at these highs here. My only concern is that the market is trying to double top here. But with this imbalance, I mean, well, and then again, this imbalance is in premium. This imbalance is at the top of this move. But the good thing about this is that if the market does break through this, we can just flip and use that as a short area. So as a breaker block, somewhat. And I'm gonna come up with terms because I understand that a lot of these terms are when people hear them, they stop listening, and I'm speaking from experience. So, so I guess when a situation like this happens, I'm just going to use a term. I'm just going to inverse this 15-minute imbalance. Just kind of speak to what the market is actually doing instead of calling it these buzzword names. Understand that people are familiar with them, but at the same time, a lot of people reject and they disengage when they hear these terms. Okay. Hey, yo, what's up, Investor Z? What's up? So are you looking to short this, Investor Z? Are you looking to short this? You said a 5-minute imbalance. So there's a 5-minute imbalance. You said I have a 5-minute imbalance. I hope it guards at this high. So you saying there's a 5? Hold on. So where do you see? What are you looking at? You know, that's interesting. You have two 5-minute imbalances nested inside of a 15-minute imbalance here. Are you talking about this right here? You talk about this right here? Oh, he said, okay. I guess I should show ES some love, I guess. I don't know who trades ES at this point, but it looks like 570 is ES is 30K. 570. You see all these orders, about 458 orders is sitting at 569. Looks like it's 569 and not necessarily 570 because this is 570. It looks like all this heat is at 569. It makes sense. It makes sense on the ES because the ES, you kind of have to front run your targets on ES because the ES just sucks, man. The ES will shamelessly miss your target by like a couple ticks and perform a full retracement. So I can understand if the market objective on the ES is to get to 570. I can understand why people are just front running that level by a point. That makes sense. Okay. So it looks like we are seeing the bears come in and they're attempting to protect these highs. Right now, we have a double top. We're seeing the market reject from the double top here, but I don't think it holds, people. I don't think it. Oh yes, it will. Oh yes, it will. Yep, that is definitely true. That is definitely true. I mean, Alfred, you're making me think about when I had, it was kind of like, like when you go to like one of them Shaolin monk temples and you got to cut off all your hair just to lock in. That's how it felt like. That, I mean, metaphorically, that's what it made me feel like when I was like, okay, I'm going to dedicate to the ES, because even though it doesn't move the way that I'm comfortable with, there's a lot of great opportunities on the ES. It's a safer instrument to trade. When you become a master of ES, you can make a lot of money. You can. But it just sucks. It just sucks. Sucks. Dude, that's what it felt like, man. It just got to the point, just like, you know what? Just like LeBron James, I'm coming home, baby. I'm coming home. Yeah, let's take a look at gold. We gold presented a really great opportunity last night. I kind of wish I took it. Actually, let me look at this. Let me look at what happened last night with gold before we see what happened. Let's see what happened with gold, because we had a great opportunity with gold last night. Yeah, so where was it at? It was like on the 15-minute or something like that. I think it was like right here. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was right here. Okay, so we talked about this area. If we got in at 59, it looks like this was about a 12-point play here. About a 12-point play bounce. I mean, it did come back into this order block that we marked out last night. So I'm kind of glad that I was able to identify an order block. We saw the market come right back into this order block, and now we're seeing the market react from this area. So I'm happy that we identified this area last night, and yeah, I'm happy about it. Really happy. But gold ain't moving like she used to. She's not moving like she used to. And all this chop is, honestly, this is how old ES used to trade. I mean, obviously we're getting the moves still, but we're getting all this chop. This honestly looks like CL's chart somewhat. This looks like CL. You couldn't live with your failures. So where does that lead you? Back to me. So this looks like a CL chart. It's moving, but there's so many liquidity grabs that is happening. Look how many times the market just comes back for liquidity before it goes higher. Comes back for liquidity before it goes higher. Snatches up liquidity, goes down, comes back to liquidity to go lower, comes back to liquidity. We got a big drop here, comes up for liquidity, go lower. It's just so much chop. I can understand when you trade instruments like this, it is better to scalp it, or just being prepared to hold a trade for multiple hours before it finally reach target. All this chop and slop is it can definitely be heavy on the emotions, on the psychology for sure. So Alfred says that he was expecting the market to get to 993 in the Stellars. Yeah, that, I mean, it was pretty obvious. It just didn't feel right for the market to take out 30K this session. It doesn't feel right. All right, so I'm in. Your boy is in. So let's go down to the 1-minute chart. Manage this position. I'm going to pull these orders right here, because if I get stopped out of this, I mean, this will probably be the last trade. I have a great stop placement, 27-point stop. We took the trade at the 15-minute imbalance. We're now on the 1-minute. guess what I should do here is start to record this. I don't expect to get a profit target here. I don't expect it, honestly. And I guess I should start. I guess I should start my journal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Claude to build me an automated trading journal where it's going to, I'm just going to put the time where I took the trade, where I when I put the, I'm going to mark the time I placed the limit on the chart, when the trade was actually executed, once it hit profit or once I get stopped out, what levels I used, and I'm gonna just have it generate the journal entry for me, so when I go back I can just read what happened, how I was feeling, and the report is already generated. I can slap a screenshot, I can put in a video, and I'm just gonna have a journal like that, because when trading the Nasdaq moves too fast. You're doing so much things at the same time. It's going to be very difficult to do all of that in real time, because you'll miss a move. So I'm just going to have Claude build that for me, and we're going to rock with that, or at least I'm gonna rock with it. I'm just going to start taking screen recording the trades, and so I can just go back and just watch the trade. But we'll see what happens with this trade. We'll see. And I like the fact that my stop is well underneath this imbalance. So if it does wick down and stops me out, I mean, obviously this invalidates the trade. And then we could potentially come back and short this area as an inverse this imbalance right here. So we'll do that. That's going to be my plan. If I get stopped out here, I'll just wait for the pullback and short in this area, this same area. But so far the market, I mean, that's a 40-point drop from those highs. Just about. So far. See what happens there. Not chat GPT, but my fair value gap back testing states that if the market comes at the bottom of an imbalance here, this is a 30% trade. It has a 30% win rate. 30%. So we'll see. Oh shit, you know what? One thing that I forgot to map off this morning is actually the orb, actually. Didn't map out the orb today. I don't think it really matters though, but all right, so the high of this orb, actually that's not even the high of it, because that's 45 right there. All right, so the high of that candle right there is 983.75. So 983.75. So that's the 30-minute candle right there. The low of that candle is 940. All right, so there goes our 15-minute orb right there. So this is a premium 5-minute fair value gap for you. And I think when I went on a 5-minute, yeah, there was like a imbalance. Literally, there was like one in discount and one in premium. And it looks like it's bouncing at the one towards the bottom. All right, so we'll see. You know, in situations like this, it's definitely difficult to tell what's really happening here. It is difficult to tell what's happening. Because we are seeing the market, we're seeing a failed breakout of the orb. We're seeing a failed breakout out of the orb. We have the orb low right here. Still have the 15-minute imbalance inside of the orb. It does look like the market is reacting to the 15-minute, or not the 15-minute, the 5-minute imbalance nested within the 15-minute imbalance here. All right, so yeah, it looks like we're seeing that move. But I mean, the question is, does the market want to test the orb low? Do we want to see the market test these lows right here? Mm. Huh? It does look like that back testing, it is coming to fruition. Usually if the market comes all the way down to the bottom of the imbalance, it becomes a 30% trade. We haven't lost this trade yet, but this trade is not looking good at all. It needs to bounce from the top or the middle. That's where you're getting the 50%. I think the top is a 48% and the middle is around like a 50, 52, I believe. But if it comes to the bottom, it goes all the way down to a 30% win rate. Yeah, I don't like how this looks. I do not like how it looks. On Bookmap, it does appear that the bulls are trying to buy this, but man, this candle looks nasty. This looks like we have 3 strong red candles. We have our first green candle, and usually what happens in these situations right here is when we have the strong move, we have a green candle. People usually sell the close of that green candle. But bears suck. So it's kind of hard to, it's a challenge to know when you should take this seriously. It's definitely a challenge. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm glad to see I'm still in this trade. Unless Nasdaq kept it here to make me watch. She wants me to watch. But I'm no longer emotionally affected by the Nasdaq anymore. I think we probably get to like the next measured move higher is around 360, 370. But I'm pretty sure it's going to exceed that. We're probably going to get that gap open next session. And okay. All right. Well, as we look at this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to after the climax of this trade, if I get stopped out here, I mean that's just going to be my trade for the day. If I get stopped out. All right, so I got stopped out of that. So we did see an initial reaction here, but yeah, I kind of figured. I should have listened to myself in terms of I didn't expect the market to take out the market objective during this session, but I didn't expect it to just completely crash out like that. So, all right, so I'm down. Oh wow, that was a slippage in that. So I'm down $170 versus the $160. At my take profit was filled. All right. All right. So unfortunately, I got stopped out of that trade. Unfortunately, um, not a good feeling though. We are seeing the long-term EMA, but should I take that? Shit. I'm gonna take one more trade. If it gets there, it gets there. If not, it's not. I mean, I guess it could potentially do that. I mean, I guess it could get there too. Could get there. Well, all right. So if the market gets down here and we see a reaction, I'll take a trade there. But since this is a slow market right now, let's see if Claude will do this for me. So I don't need because I'm only. Uh, right, let's see if this thing will. I mean, it'll do it, but I don't know if it was talking about it's gonna run out of. We'll see. You say you've been short since 963. Yeah, congratulations on that investment. Okay, so let's see. All right, so we'll let that run. We'll see if we'll see. All right, so this is now can be used as an inverse. I mean, but there is an imbalance, but I don't particularly care for. I don't like smaller time frame imbalances. The only one I only focus on or like to focus on are the 15-minute imbalances. And now we have the market, we have a whole inverse imbalance right now that we can use for the market to pull back into, and we could potentially see like a short right here. Or we can, if this long works out, we can take profits at that area. It says that this is, so you have all right, so you got two 15-minute imbalances stacked within each other. So this should be a point of interest. And we have the 50% of the orb in the same area. So we have a lot of confluence right here. We have a lot of confluence right here. So, all right. So we're in again. We're in again. This could go to 900. This could go to 900. So what I'm gonna do here, probably put one at like right here. Scale into one contract at the top of that order block right there. My stop is well underneath that order block and that low right there. So okay. Looking forward to go to 860. That is a potential. That is a level that's on my chart. 860 is a level on my chart. So it could potentially go there for sure. Hmm. Damn. So what happened? You said that you were trading the Asia session. Were you trying to short that bullish momentum? Were you just getting in long too late and then the market pulled back and continued without you? I mean, what happened? I might be a late buyer here. I just had the feeling that I might be a late buyer. It looks like my concern in this trade was a real concern. It's just hard to trust the bears. It looks like we did see the market protect those highs. We did see a double top. Did see a double top here. It's just hard to trust these guys. It's just hard to trust the bears. But here's a good thing. Here's a great thing about betting against bears. Out of 10 trades, you'll at least win 8 of them. The bears will probably get 2. But as long as your risk management is straight, you should be good. You're winning 8 trades out of 10. So it just sucks in this situation that the bears actually stepped up. It sucks, but you know, I know that if I take this same trade 8 more times, 9 more times, the bears is going to fail and I'm going to win. All right, so we are seeing a reaction from our area. I do plan on getting out somewhere in this area right here. Oops. Gotta lock this thing down probably. I do plan on getting in this area getting out at that area right there. We'll see if the market gets up there. Wow. You're just looking for 10 points. How big was your stop, Investor Z? I mean, well, in my opinion, and I don't know which firm you're using. I don't know a firm, but if you're going to trade 10 micros, you might as well just throw on 1 mini and save yourself some money in commissions. All right, so we'll see. We'll see what we get here. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Let me look that up. Unless somebody answered it. It closes at 1 p.m. Thank you. I appreciate that, Alfred. Depending on the firm, you would have to look at which firm you're using. But yeah, the market closes at 1 and they kind of want you out of your position. Well, Central time. So 12 o'clock Central, 1 Eastern. If you're on the Eastern side, they want you to close out your position at 12:45. If you're Central, 11:45. And the market reopens at 5 Central, 6 o'clock Eastern tonight. I don't think so, Cape Trader. I honestly, I wouldn't. I don't think they auto close on early days because they're using an automated system to auto close your positions at the end of the day. And I don't think they're going to allot the resources to have a script to close your positions on these half days. And that's why they tell you what time they want you out of your position so you can close it. Yeah. Yep. Yep. It's like, it's not my fault, man. I didn't know. And, honestly, this is what a lot of people, myself included at one point in time, did not understand. Because, I mean, we live in a society where if you complain enough, if you complain hard enough, you can kind of get your way. And this is what people are used to. But when it comes to businesses that rely heavily on documentation, as long as you were sent notification, regardless of how you interpreted this notification, if it missed you, as long as they're sending the documentation to the address that's on file, anything that happens after that point is your responsibility. They're not responsible for how you interpret the document. They're not responsible if your dog died and you was in a hospital and you left your trade. They're no longer responsible for that. And a lot of people are going to blame the firm and said, "Oh, these guys are a scam." Even though I didn't close my position, they closed my account because I just left a position on the chart, breaking the rules. We are all adults, and we got to take responsibility for our actions. So we know what time we need to close all our positions, and we need to make sure that those positions are closed. They don't have to. I mean, with the automated closed position script that they run at the end of the day, they don't have to do that. They can just let you continue to trade, blow your account. But at the same time, they also understand that if you have a negative feeling towards that firm, you probably won't do business with them. So they give you that. But it's your responsibility to close these positions at the allotted time. So yeah, that's true. And you know what, Alfred? That's pretty true. It's interesting that a lot of people don't take trading seriously. It's interesting that people don't take this seriously. I mean, at one point in time, I'm taking it seriously. I do find myself gambling more often, but you're right. Well, shit, at least I can kind of break even on the day. At least I can break even on the day. I'll close this at the end of the stream. I'm not gonna let this run. I guess I could, or I guess I could just kind of get out at the area where I said I was gonna get out at. I guess I could. But I would hate for this thing to keep running. But I would hate for this thing to come back against me. Hmm. Okay. All right, so let's look at this. Let's analyze the order flow. Let's analyze the order flow here. How likely is it for the bears to continue this trend here? How likely are the bears to protect this trend coming down? How likely? Whenever I see a bearish trend, this is all I think about right here. The bears creating a bearish trend and the bulls breaking that bearish trend and doing something like this. I want to believe that the market is going to break higher and potentially come into this area right here. I want to believe that because obviously I have a bias, I'm long, so that's exactly what I want to happen. I do see that there is a liquidity building up at 900 right here. So does the market want to tap this liquidity before breaking higher here? I also see that right there at that trend line, we have a bunch of orders sitting right there at that trend line at 950. You think 900 gets hit first? Yeah, based on this, it does look like the market does want to tap into this liquidity first. I do agree with that, Alfred. Okay. We'll see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Claude is done building my journal. I kind of figured it was gonna do that. I had a feeling it was gonna do that. I had a feeling it was gonna do that. All right, script. It says that it's done. I had a feeling it was gonna do that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna copy all of that, and I guess I'll do it because I don't want. Yeah, I'll do this afterwards. All right. All right, so it looks like we do have an imbalance here on the 1 minute. But like I said, I don't pay attention to. We're not saying that the 1 minute imbalance doesn't work, but I would prefer to focus on the 15 minute and the 1 hour. I wonder if I got this thing set up for that. I may actually have. Okay, so I do have the 1 hour. Okay. Let me see how that looks. All right, so This is I mean, we already knew we already knew that this is the area where the market would potentially, the market will come. We'll see the market sell off in that area. We know that already. Mhm. Well, I guess we'll see. My only concern right now would be the orb low. So it'll be the orb low right here. This 15-minute imbalance low. And then the 50%. So there's three areas that the market just needs to show real aggression at for this thing to go higher. Mm. Actually, let me save this. Let me save this before I forget. Okay. All right. So, mm, I'm still considering if I'm going to actually get another TPT account. I'm considering if that's what I want to do here. Right now, I have 5 TPT accounts. I don't know if I should get another one. You know what? I'm actually curious, actually. I'm actually curious. Huh. Right now, we got the market trading in a triangle now. This is basically a triangle right there. So now we got liquidity building on both sides of this market. We have trendline liquidity building on both sides. So we have buy stops right there. Let me just redraw this again. So we got a triangle range right here. So we got sell stops building up right here. And we have buy stops building up right here. So I wonder which side the market is going to break down or break out from. Obviously, I'm hoping that we see something like this. That's what I'm hoping to see. If we do break down here, hopefully this 1 minute imbalance will hold and we could potentially see the market kind of come back in this area. That's what I'm hoping to see here. Hmm. Oh, that's what we love to see, baby. That's what we love to see. Run them stops, baby. Run them damn stops, baby. It does look like run them stops, baby. Run them stops. Run them stops. Run them stops, baby. Run them stops, damn it. But now the question is, do I get out here? The question is, do I get out of this? Do I get out? Do I get out? Okay, so we got what we was looking for here. We got what we was looking for. We got the break from the top of that triangle. Do I get out? Do I get out, or do I let this thing ride, baby? Do we let it ride, baby? Dude, all you gotta think is when the bears, you see bear, like when you see bearish structure, all you gotta do is disregard it. Right now, I just see bearish structure as just generated liquidity. That all this is just liquidity. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That was a news candle. You know, it's interesting how that's a news candle, and before the news came out, it was basically engineered. I mean, I didn't need the news to know that it was either going to break from the top of that triangle or it was going to break from the bottom of that triangle. I mean, it was one side was going to have their feelings hurt, but we all knew it was going to be the bears. Well, shit. I mean, if you're going to break 30K, shit, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so yeah, I mean, shit. Now it feels good to break 30K. I mean, we can do it now. Shit, let's do it. Let's reach that market objective. That market objective 30K. All right, so let's see. So apparently that was news. Apparently that was news. Man, I know. Hold on, I gotta look at the top step indicator. Where's Discord at? I have to see what the guys are what everybody's saying. All right. Well, so hold on. Give me 1 second, Santiago. I'll share with you. I gotta see what the hell they're saying. He said that was news related. All the Bears right now. He says, I'm happy. Let's just go through that. He says, senior source of the event, Iran is ready to remove highly enriched uranium from its territory. Wow. 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 News. This guy gets it. This guy was long. At 33, this guy got it. And it looks like he was trading at the volume session profile. He was trading in the lower nodes, the lower volume nodes area. Had a stop right there. That was pretty cool. It says, oh my God, finally. Iran to remove highly enriched uranium from territories. Let's go. Who else caught these longs, baby? This guy got it. I mean, at this point, why trust bears, man? At this point, why trust them? Why trust bears price action? Why trust bearish structure? They just suck. All right, all right, so hold on, Santiago. So what's going on here? All right, so this is pre-market. It rejected at the highs. Oh, this is probably. Oh, you sent this earlier. Okay, you sent this earlier. Okay, yeah, you sent this. Okay, you sent this earlier. Okay. Yeah, I see that. I see it coming down. I see it coming down. But we're gonna pump back up, baby. The market only goes up. The market only goes up. I mean, we made our money back though. We're positive on the day. I mean, we could take the profits now, but yeah. He could take the profits. Uh, boom, 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 boom. And Baron was like, uh, you know, I will say this. The president has, or the pres. Am I saying that word right? I feel like I am, but it sounds like I'm not. Presidents. Presidents. Just look the word up. Okay, so yeah, I'm saying the word right. It didn't sound right. So the presidents that whoever the current administration just uses the stock market to make money. We first seen it in during Biden's administration, and we're seeing the continued manipulation of the stock market in this administration. I'm pretty sure this has always been the case. It was probably not as open or quote unquote not as obvious as it is now. But what a coincidence. As the market was setting itself up to either break up or break down, we get a trend line break. Trend line break. No news. We just saw the market create this triangle. We knew that it can only go two ways here. Either we was going to see a break out or we was going to see the market break down. We literally talked about this before it happened. And sure enough, once the market got done consolidating, we saw this expansion away from this range. And hopefully we can see a profit target get filled here. I doubt it. Like I said, I doubt that the market breaks 30K before or during this session. I would, now that I'm in it towards the bottom, I would absolutely enjoy that. I would absolutely enjoy a 30K break of the market and get a profit target filled here. But I still think it's highly unlikely though. Hmm. Well, I kind of have to think about an exit here. If we don't see the market continue higher here, I have to kind of think where a potential area where I should place my stop and get out of this position. Like I said, we don't have the entire session to fix any errors or fix any mistakes that we may make. So we got 10 minutes. So I guess what I'll say is I'll stay in this position until it's time to I'll be out of time for this session, and I'll close the position and then we'll just come back later on today. All right, Investor Z, see you tomorrow. And it's hard to do that too, man. It's hard to grow from that. Yeah. The market is still protecting this high. So shit. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 touches, 10 rejections. The market is definitely opening above 30K. It's definitely opening above 30K. I would find it hard to believe to not see a gap open and the market continue to run. I would find that hard to believe. And I wonder, you know what? Mm, 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 mm. Oh shit, you know what I just realized? Oh shit, I just realized that Investor Z was short. I just realized that. Just realized Investor Z was short, so that move higher, I mean, that obviously stopped him out. Yeah. So now, since the market rejected at those highs, I wonder if now we see the market come back down to about 900. Hopefully this is not a situation where I should have gotten out at those highs. Hopefully. Well, I mean, I don't think that, like I said, I don't think the profit target gets hit this session. But maybe I should have gotten out around those highs. It's starting to look that way. You know? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Alfred. Yeah. Yeah. I think this thing is going to 900. I mean, it makes sense, right? It makes sense. I mean, I don't think it's greed. It's my profit target. It's the same profit target that I would normally go for. I guess I didn't necessarily. Well, I am sounding contradictory right now. I don't believe the market would reach the 30K mark today, but or at least during this session, and my profit target is literally above the market objective. So, uh, mm. I mean, I'm at break even, so I mean, I could take profits here and break even. I can break even at least, but we all know I ain't gonna do that. Um, well, hmm. Mm, 75 would probably be like right here. Mm. Yeah, this thing looks like it wants to go to 900 now. Well, okay, well, all right. I guess I should have taken the profits. I guess I should have taken the profits. They actually removed a lot of those orders at 900 though. A lot of those orders were moved. I mean, they're still there. Looks like we still got those orders sitting at the same area. What? Okay. Still got those orders sitting right there. Looks like they kind of removed the orders that were sitting at 900. I'll see what happens if the market kind of gets back to this bearish trend right here. If it gets back there. Because I guess I have to think about what was this move? Or what was the point of that move? Was that move just to get the market to trade back into this area so they can actually begin to see the short? Does the market come back up here and continue higher? It does look like the bears now have control. It does look like the momentum is now bearish. Like this does look bearish. You're seeing the bulls getting absorbed here. They're having a hard time pushing price up. I mean, the only reason why we got that move was because it was a news move. And it looks like the bears or the late bulls are now trying to buy this thing back up. Yeah. 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 That sucks. That sucks, man. Okay. All right. Okay. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, I know, man. I know. That was actually what I was thinking about right now, Alfred. I was like, man, if I was in a pro account right now, man, that's what hurt my feelings because I would be down the three. I was up like what 300 something dollars, and then for the market to come back all the way down and potentially stop me out, that would be $300 plus. So that'd be like a almost $600 loss just because it missed my profit target, which is devastating on these trailing drawdown accounts. All right, so 914, 914. $9.95. It would have missed that target too. Would have missed that one too. Well, you have an inverse imbalance right here. So I guess it could potentially use this as a rejection area, potentially, but hopefully not. Yeah. It's everybody's demon, I guess. It was on cloud 9 just 9 seconds ago. And now it's like, oh shit, it just rejects and it's almost back to the origin of the trade right now. And we have a lot of potential bearish structure. I mean, we don't trust bearish structure, but I mean, it could react there. I mean, could react. Ah, shit. Ah, damn it. Ah, damn. We'll see, man. I mean, we have the orb low right here. We have the market breaking down past the orb low, closing underneath the orb low here. We need a Trump tweet for this one. We need a Trump tweet for this one. We need some more Iranian news, some good news. We need a Trump tweet for this one. Trump, we need you. We need you. We need a tweet, please. This is the second breakdown past the orb low. Yeah, I mean, you're right, Alfred. All right. Well, I'm gonna stay on for like the next couple of minutes, and then I just have to get to work. So we'll see. We'll see if the market will kind of sustain here, if the market will hold. If we don't see a rejection around like 950, 960-ish, hopefully the market doesn't need to reject there. We can break back into this range without a nasty rejection here. I need to set an alarm though. All right, so let's see. Let's see. Looks like price is trying to break back into that orb. I mean, if we can break back into the opening range and see some strength, see the market run those stops that are highly likely at that low. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of orders sitting at that low right there. Look at the 3 minutes, see if that's like. Okay, we'll see. We will see. We will see. We will see. Look at the bears trying to come in at that orb low. Yeah, what's up, KD? What's up? You say you haven't seen me on in. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. So yeah, I stream every day during the Asia session and the New York session. So you just may not be getting a notification. Yeah, yeah. YouTube is probably not pushing out our videos. It's just all right. It's all right. It's not all right, but I mean, you really can't do anything about it. But yeah, I stream every day. Well, every Asia session. So Monday through Thursday. Or Sunday through Thursday. Sunday through Thursday. YouTube wants you to pay to play, and I ain't paying to play. I'm not paying to play. Because it'll never stop. They figure once they get you to pay, then it's highly unlikely that you'll stop paying. Well, Katie, the market missed my limit order by a couple of points. So this is actually the trade that we made an attempt to get into yesterday. So we identified a 15-minute imbalance here. So we had this drawn out from last night. I had my limit order sitting at, I think, 98.75 to be exact. The market bounces at the top and we see the move higher. So, I mean, it just misses me. If I kept the order on last night, it would have pulled back. I would have got my limit order filled, and then I would have gotten a profit target. But I pulled that order at the end of yesterday's stream, which kind of, I mean, I guess I should have left it there, but it just sucked because, I mean, we were so close to capture this move. It would have been a great way to end the stream yesterday, to capture this move towards the bottom, ride it up towards the top before we saw this rejection and get a profit target filled. Because 903, actually, I would have gotten a profit target here at 95, I think. Because I think I was going to get in. I think I was going to get in at around like 905, I think. Like 905 plus 88. Yeah, I would have got a profit target at 95. So it would have just hit my profit target at 95 and it would have rejected. But I still would have been in the trade. It just would have came back to my break even. And then it would have came back and then hit my target right here. If this didn't happen right here, it just would have came back and did it overnight. So yeah, I mean we had a good we had a good opportunity. It's just that the Nasdaq didn't allow us to participate in the first move. It had to come back. So on gold, we actually we also had a good we had a good opportunity on gold last night. We marked out some areas on gold. We saw the market react from it. This order block that we identified last night. Uh, so the market is reacting from the order block that we drawn last night. What I immediately see right now is in the same situation as the Nasdaq was just in. We're in a triangle right now where the market is making higher lows. And then the market is also making lower highs. So right now we're in a triangle. We're in a triangle range. And either the market is going to break out to the downside, potentially back to this order block, or we're going to see that continuation higher here on gold. So that's what it, that's the situation we are with gold. So it's one going to do one or the other. If I wouldn't want to go long because we're making a lower high, but at the same time I don't want to go short because we're making a higher low. So at this point, since the market is in a range, I would wait for the market to break out and just trade the pullback. That's what I would personally do in a situation like this. If the market delivered price on both sides, I would try for a short here with my stop, potentially above those highs, a 54 tick stop. I'm not suggesting that anybody takes a short. I'm just saying that if the market was delivering on both sides of the market instead of using shorts as liquidity, this would be a great short opportunity. Because we're making the lower highs, we have a trend line. The market could potentially tap into this area of this trend line liquidity right here. But man, the bears suck, so I don't trust them. I no longer trust bears. So I would just wait for the market to reveal itself, reveal its intentions, and then just trade the reaction. Well, I guess it looks like that was probably the last hoorah for this session. Unfortunately, I didn't get out at these highs, unfortunately. And now the market is making its way back to my break even after we had such a great trade here. This was little to no drawdown. We saw a big pop retesting the literal freaking support, or yeah, not support, but the supply line that we drawn earlier in the session. And the market literally taps this thing and then we see it a rejection. I guess in hindsight, what I should have done was move my limit order here, but the way this thing was moving, I figured that this thing would have gone higher and we would have, if it would have gotten close, if it would have taken out this highs, I would have readjusted my stop underneath this. That was going to be my plan. Or let me rephrase that. That was my plan. I was waiting for the market to potentially take out this high. I was going to readjust my stop underneath this line and trail it if need be as it takes out the 30K market objective. But that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Yeah, we closed early. If you're trading a firm, they want you to close your position in the next hour or so. Central time, that will be 11:45 for me. So I need to make sure I have this position closed in the next hour. And if you're on the eastern side of the world, well then you need to close that at 12:45. I know California and all them, I think what are they, like 4 hours or 6 hours behind us? Honestly, on that side of the world, I don't know. Four hours behind? Okay. Yeah. But all right, guys, I'm gonna let this position run. I have some things that I need to do, so I would like to stay on for the entire, but I just can't. I have things that I need to do, so I'm going to end the stream here. I do appreciate everybody that joined me this morning. I will definitely come back later on tonight, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody, and keep